Try. This world is so funny, eh? It's so funny. In this life, at my almost 40 years of age, I have heard a lot of nice words. I have gotten insulted too. I have gotten different kind of stories. It's all good, but nothing could prepare me for this message I got, I think 2 days ago or yesterday. So the person, after narrating a few things, said that I am too emotionally emotional to be classified as a Nigerian. I am too emotionally emotional to be classified as a Nigerian. That I should fix my ways because I do not represent the Nigerian people. Huh? Excusez-moi? This is actually very surprising. Like, I couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing to say to that. And this is why I would forever say we need to unlearn the things we know. The idea of being strong should be a combination of having empathy, knowing when to be weak, knowing how to express yourself, knowing how to be diplomatic in certain situations, knowing how to carry yourself as a balanced, rounded body. But in Nigeria, being strong is classified as ignoring what hurts you, burying your emotions, burying your feelings, not crying in public because you don't need people to see you as weak. And I laugh because naturally they would deem women as weak, right? And I think I'm a very balanced person. Now, I'm bringing this up because this is the same problem men in general, and especially African Nigerian men, have in the world. When the world would put them in a bubble and tell them it is okay for them not to have emotions, it is okay for them not to feel things, it is okay for them not to feel pain because that's what classifies them as men. Not their ability to think, not their ability to solve problems, not their ability to cater for whole individuals and their families. No, not their physical strength. That doesn't classify them as strong. The only thing that classifies them as strong is they not showing emotions. And I will tell you today, that is something that we need to unlearn. You see, whether you're a man or a woman, if I cut you, you're going to bleed. You're going to bleed. If I step on your foot, you're going to feel the pain. If I cover your whole body and just nail your foot to the ground, and I don't know if you're a man or a woman, you would feel the same thing. Men also feel emotions. Men also feel pain. And you see, this is the biggest problem we have in the world in general, and especially in Nigeria, where we do not allow men actually do humanly things. This is why we have a lot of angry men, because when they cannot channel that energy into feeling pain or feeling empathy, they actually channel it into anger and violence. This is why we have a lot of wicked men in the world, because they were never permitted. Oh, God forbid they cry. God forbid they show weakness. This is why we have a lot of damaged men today. And this is why, because the world has been educated in such a bad way, even when women see men cry, they find it strange. They find it ick. They find it not masculine. Because we have taught everybody that when it comes to men, we're not allowed to have emotions, which is so false and so wrong. Because men feel equally as much as women do. You see, this division we try to create always, oh, men are stronger, women are weaker. It's such rubbish to me, like when I think about it, because when I deal on my daily base with men and women, we speak to each other just like humans. It doesn't matter if you're big, bulky, none of that matters. We have created this narrative and we have divided ourselves. Why do you think there's so much hate? People would love to say, oh, we need to bring back women of back in the day. No, we don't have to bring that. We just have to create a balance between us, where men can feel what they feel and women can feel what they feel. Where coming together, we can both share our different chores and feel good about ourselves. But no, we want to divide. We will forever try to divide. People have already considered me the weaker vessel, so why does it bother you that I am emotional? It's not as if I come and I cry on my page. No, my tears are for myself. But if it happens that I am sharing a video or I'm speaking about something, oh honey, if those tears come, I'm not gonna hide them. I'm not gonna hide them to make you feel better about yourself. No, I will feel everything. I'll feel it and deal with whatever I'm going through so I can move on to the next page. I would never ever hide my emotions. For 20 years I bottled up my emotions and I kept them inside. And what did it do? It made me sick. You see, all those emotions that you guys, especially men, try to hide because, oh, you cannot be seen emotional, is giving you cancer. Majority of men have a lot of colon cancer and kidney failures and everything. It's all that stress you keep inside. Teach your children how to express themselves so they don't become angry versions of themselves. Expressing yourself would never, in my book, be bad. That means you even understand what you're going through and what you're feeling. The sooner you deal with it, is the sooner you move on from a problem. The sooner you deal with your problem is the sooner you move on from your problem. You know, many times when because women are vocal, many times when we come out and tell people, oh, listen, this is what's happening to women and all, majority, 90% of the time you will see at least one man tell you, oh, but men go through this and men go through this. We're not going to play guessing games, my darlings. We're not going to do that. You're either going to start voicing your opinions out and what happens to you so we can understand it and find a way to fix the problem. But if you stay silent and when people actually come and speak out, you say, oh, but we too are going, no, it doesn't work that way. You can only solve a problem as much as that problem is visible. I'm not going to ask you every day, oh, did this happen to you? Or could you have gone through this? Or no, you express yourself. And anybody that makes you feel shame for talking, cut that person out your life. I surround myself with people who allow me be me. If I want to spaz, I spaz. If I want to laugh, I laugh. If I want to be sad, let me be sad. I don't surround myself with people who tell me, oh, get over yourself. No, they allow me vent, honey. Because if I keep that thing inside me, I would become so angry and I'll become vicious. No. You see this controlled voice that I speak to, it's not fake. This is me understanding the words or the information I want to pass through. This is me understanding my emotions and knowing how to regulate it. This is me not keeping ill feelings inside my soul, and I speak out, and when I speak, it comes correct. It doesn't come angry or, majority, and this is why even when it comes to feminist rights, I understand what they are fighting for. I get it. But you see, a lot of women have been subdued and shut down so much that the information they are trying to pass is not passed calmly. So they look like they are haters of men. There's a way to discuss things that men would generally feel it. Even if they don't really have empathy in general, they would feel it. Do you understand? Any message that is passed down with anger will never get solutions. It wouldn't. Everyone should work on regulating their emotions, get to a balanced state of mind. So you are at peace. Before you fix anybody, fix yourself. Fix what is inside. This is why a lot of people, you see them after a breakup, they try to move on to someone else, and with time they have a breakdown because they never processed what they went through. They try to hide it or bury it or pretend it doesn't exist. But you see, it doesn't matter how little it is. It could be small or it could be big. If you don't process and heal from that pain, it will reappear 10, 20 years down the line, 1 week down the line. It will come out, and it will come out in such an aggressive, negative way. So please, if it means that me being emotional does not consider me Nigerian, then I'm still from Edo State though. You feel me? I'm still Nigerian though. You see how words are very stupid sometimes? Anyway, my darlings, let that pain out so we can start healing. You want to keep it inside, you're going to end up 6 feet under. I promise you that. Because if you ain't kidney cancer, you're going to be something else. It's the pain. Look at my hands. It's pain. I ain't dealing with pain no more, honey buns.